Now we'll be talking about the ultrastructure of muscle, and the unit of muscle contraction we call it as sarcomere. So here we'll be talking about sarcomere, that is known as the unit of muscle contraction. It is known as unit of muscle contraction. Now let us talk about how does this look, how does this appear. Many of the students are confused between bands and the filaments. Remember that band is the space and filaments are the structures inside. Remember this. Right now we have studied that this is thin filament, thick filament. Whereas this thin and thick filament comprises the bands. So band is basically a space, an area. But when you talk about filament, filament is this structures. So let us talk about the sarcomere. Now when you talk about the ultrastructure of muscle, the first thing you need to remember that it is made up of two different filaments. And those filaments are actin filament, we know that it is known as thin filament. And the another one is myosin filament, that is what you call it as thick filament. Now these thick and thin filaments makes bands. So let us write with the second point, that is known as bands. Again, it will form two different bands. Now these blue colored structure you can see over here is the thin filament, and the black colored structure which you can see in the center is myosin or the thick filament. Now these actin and myosin filaments are arranged alternately. You can see first is thin, then again thick, thin, thick, thin, thick, and it is forming a structure called bands. So it forms two different bands. Now these two different bands are, the first we will write it as A band. A band, it is also called as dark band. So if we talk about A band first of all, you can see that in the center there is a A band. Now this A band is called as dark band. Why it is called dark band? Because when you see it under the microscope, you will find this band darker as compared to this. So it consists of this much area. It consists of thin and thick filament both. So A band or the dark band, it consists of both thick and thin filament. Whereas there is another band which is here, you can see this. This band is known as I band, or it is comparatively lighter, so we call it as light band. So second band is known as I band, or it is also known as light band. Now light means comparatively faded. So if it is light, which filament does it consist? As I told you, that is this blue colored is thin filament. So light band consists only thin filaments. I hope it is very much clear to you. The first point I repeat again. The A band or the dark band, it is dark because it consists both the filament. The second band is I band or light band. It is light because it consists only and only thin filament. तो यहाँ आपको याद रखना है क्या कि A band किस चीज का बना है. So A band is made up of thick and thin filament क्योंकि वो dark है. एंड आई बैंड इज मेड अप ऑफ ओनली थिन फिलामेंट क्योंकि वो लाइट है. ऑलराइट, अब व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक? व्हाट इज द थिंग व्हिच इज प्रेजेंट इन द ए बैंड? ए बैंड के सेंटर में क्या है? फिर हम देखेंगे आई बैंड के सेंटर में क्या है. सीक्वेंस याद रही आपको? पहले आपको क्या याद रखना है? ए बैंड किस चीज का बना है, फिर ए बैंड के सेंटर में क्या है, ठीक है, फिर आई बैंड किस चीज का बना है और आई बैंड के सेंटर में क्या है. सो लेट अस टॉक अबाउट दैट. अब इन द सेंटर ऑफ ए बैंड, ये ए बैंड है, यू कैन सी दिस इज द ए बैंड. ए बैंड के सेंटर में थिन फिलामेंट्स नहीं है, ओनली थिक फिलामेंट आर प्रेजेंट. सो इस एरिया को हम कहते हैं H zone. What do we call it as? H zone. So in the center of A band there is absence of thin filament और इसे हम कहते हैं, this particular area is known as H zone. And what is present in the center of H zone? तो H zone के center में you can see this dots like structure. This is what you call it as M line. So in the center of H zone there is M line. H zone, H का full form है Hansen's zone और हेंसन जोन के सेंटर में है एम लाइन. तो अब हम बात करते हैं ए बैंड के सेंटर में एम लाइन, सॉरी एच जोन, और एच जोन के सेंटर में एम लाइन. ए बैंड कंसिस्ट बोथ थिक एंड थिन फिलामेंट. एच जोन कंसिस्ट ओनली थिक फिलामेंट और एच जोन का सेंटर हुआ एम लाइन. Now let us talk about the center of I band. So next होगा हमारा center of I band. Okay. So this blue colored structure is I band, and you can see that there are certain cross striations over here, and these cross striation is known as Z line. So in the center of I band there are cross striations, zigzag linings होती है जो contraction की लिमिट होती है वहां पे. Okay, cross striations, and this is called as Z line or it is known as Krauss's membrane. Or we know that the A band lies in the center, I band. तो I band के दोनों ही साइड पे आपको Z line देखने मिलेगी. And the space between this two Z line is known as sarcomere. What is it called? Sarcomere. So now the space between this two Z line is sarcomere, which is a unit of muscle contraction. We have seen that मसल जब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है तो वो कुछ यूनिट्स में कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है. तो इस यूनिट्स में वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होगा, इसके बाजू में दूसरा सार्कोमियर होगा, उसके बाजू में तीसरा, इधर एक और सार्कोमियर. तो पूरा मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं होता, यूनिट्स में कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है, इसीलिए वो कॉन्ट्रैक्शन हमें फील नहीं होता, वरना पूरा मसल ऐसे दिखेगा हमें. But no, whole muscle is not contracting. It is the unit that is contracting. And which unit is contracting? That is the unit which is contracting is this sarcomere. So we call it as the unit of muscle contraction is known as sarcomere. Now, sarcomere consists of two half I band. ये I band पूरा, उसमें से हम सेंटर ले रहे हैं, तो half I band. So it consists of two half I bands at ends. दोनों तरफ आपको half I bands देखने मिलेंगे और सेंटर में एक full A band and one full A band in the center. Remember this, important. Now, इसके साथ associated माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया होता है. Mitochondria associated with sarcomere. What is it called? Sarcosome. It is known as sarcosome. And its function is to produce ATP. Next होता है, I told you previously, it is sarcoplasmic reticulum. Sarcoplasmic reticulum. वो एक टाइप की ER है जो मसल्स के साथ एसोसिएटेड होती है. इसका फंक्शन है टू स्टोर कैल्शियम. और एक होता है सार्कोलेमा, that is the membrane that is associated with sarcomere. तो ये कुछ टर्म्स हैं जो आपको याद रखने हैं और इनके फंक्शंस भी आपको याद रखने हैं कि भाई माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया क्या है, वहां पे होता है तो उसका फंक्शन क्या है. तो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया को हम कहते हैं सार्कोसोम, उसका फंक्शन हुआ एटीपी प्रोडक्शन. सार्कोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, उसका फंक्शन हुआ है स्टोर द कैल्शियम आयन. और सार्कोलेमा एक तरह की मेम्ब्रेन होती है जैसे कि सेल मेम्ब्रेन, और उसका फंक्शन होता है उसको प्रॉपर शेप में मेंटेन करके रखना और उसकी परमिएबिलिटी को रेगुलेट करना. So this is all about the unit of muscle contraction. We call it as sarcomere.